Have you ever found yourself wondering about those truly unexpected comeback stories? Those moments when a public figure completely redefines their own narrative, especially when, the entire world is watching their every move, dissecting every single step. It's a challenge most of us can barely even imagine navigating, really. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take your carefully curated sources and really unpack the insights you need to be truly informed, moving far beyond just the surface level stuff. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into the utterly fascinating journey of Ariana Madix. For many, you might primarily know her from a certain highly publicized reality show, but as we'll uncover, her story, especially in these recent years, is so much more expansive and, well, profound than what often just hits the headlines.
Indeed. And we've compiled a truly comprehensive stack of material for this deep dive. It's pretty extensive. This includes a detailed Wikipedia entry that outlines her career milestones, candid and deeply reflective interviews where Ariana herself shares her perspective on her career evolution and profound personal growth, and even insightful commentary from those who know her well, people like Lisa Vanderpump, for instance. This rich tapestry of sources allows us to meticulously piece together precisely how she's not only navigated intense public scrutiny, but also, strategically achieved long-held dreams and, quite impressively, built an expansive and resilient business empire.
Right. So our mission today is to truly go beyond the fleeting sound bites and the often sensationalized drama. We really want to get into it. We're going to intimately explore Ariana's undeniable resilience, the remarkably strategic career moves she's made, and the deeply personal revelations that have shaped her into the multifaceted and compelling public figure she is today. Get ready for some genuine aha moments because as we unpack her trajectory, you'll discover that her story isn't just a comeback, it's a kind of a masterclass in not just surviving challenges, but masterfully turning them into undeniable triumphs, all while staying true to herself. Okay, let's truly unpack this remarkable journey, starting, as always, right at the very beginning. Ariana Madix, born June 24, 1985, in Melbourne, Florida. She isn't just a reality star who seemed to suddenly appear on our screens overnight. Our sources reveal a childhood that was deeply steeped in competitive activities, hinting at a very strong, almost innate drive and ambition that has clearly been a foundational element of her personality from, well, a very young age.
You're absolutely right. If we delve into her early life, the evidence of this drive is abundant. It really is. From the tender age of 6, she was already a competitive equestrian. Now, this isn't just a casual pastime. It's a rigorous discipline that demands immense focus, unwavering dedication, and a very specific type of mental fortitude. Not just controlling yourself, but developing a partnership with a powerful, often unpredictable animal. The commitment required to excel in this field is considerable, teaching patience, perseverance, and control under pressure. It's intense. Beyond that, she also clinched 2 national dance championships. That's huge. A feat that, in retrospect, very clearly foreshadowed her future successes. First on Dancing with the Stars, where she captivated audiences, and later her long-held dream of performing on Broadway. What truly stands out here, what I find particularly fascinating, is how these intensely competitive early pursuits speak to a deep-seated drive and a natural, almost inherent inclination towards performance. These weren't mere hobbies, They were early training grounds that built a very strong foundation for the demanding public career she would eventually construct, showcasing an individual always striving for excellence and, actually, quite comfortable in the spotlight even back then.
Yeah, that drive is clear. And it wasn't just about the physical arts or competitive sports either. She pursued a serious academic path, graduating from Eau Gallie High School in 2003, and then going on to earn a dual bachelor's degree in theater and broadcast communications from Flagler College in 2007. It's a significant academic commitment, especially a dual degree. It really suggests a very deliberate, almost calculated path towards a career in entertainment, doesn't it? This wasn't just like falling into it.
It absolutely wasn't accidental. No way. And this raises a crucial question about how these foundational academic studies and practical experiences shaped her long before the reality TV cameras even arrived. While still in college, she gained invaluable experience working at none other than Disney World, stepping into the highly demanding roles of costumed characters like Ariel, Cinderella, and Aurora. Think about what that entails. You're embodying beloved characters, interacting with thousands of guests daily, often in challenging conditions like Florida heat, all while maintaining a consistent, cheerful persona. This experience undoubtedly honed her performance skills significantly, teaching her improvisation, emotional resilience, and the art of engaging with a diverse public. It was like a rigorous masterclass in maintaining character and composure under pressure. It also built an incredible layer of resilience, dealing with the daily demands and unpredictability of a very public-facing role. This Disney period forms a foundational layer to her comfort in the public eye, despite her later expressed reservations about the specific, often intrusive nature of reality TV. She was effectively learning how to perform and meticulously manage a public image for years before Vanderpump Rules was even a distant thought. So really a testament to her long-term dedication to the craft of performance.
Okay, so after college, with those solid foundations in place, the dream was crystal clear: Broadway. She packed her bags and moved to the epicenter of theater, New York City. But as we often hear, the path to immediate stardom is rarely straight or easy. Our sources reveal she spent 5 grueling years working as a bartender and hostess at a well-known restaurant called Butter. 5 years. Grinding it out in a city like New York, still chasing that elusive big dream. What do you think that period taught her, and how did it influence her next steps?
That period in New York, those 5 years, are absolutely crucial for truly understanding her long-term trajectory and the relentless drive we see in her today. She openly struggled to land significant television roles during this time. It wasn't easy. She later reflected on this challenging phase, candidly stating, and this is a direct quote from our sources, "I was doing acting stuff, but I couldn't push past whatever I needed to because I didn't have legitimate television credits or anything to be able to move into the next level." This insight highlights the pervasive catch-22 often faced by aspiring actors. You need credits to get roles, but you need roles to get credits. It's tough. It speaks volumes about the persistent grind and the often invisible labor that underpins what might later appear to be overnight success. It wasn't about a lack of talent. Her early competitive achievements clearly demonstrated that, nor was it a lack of drive. It was about hitting a very specific structural industry barrier that proved incredibly difficult to overcome through traditional routes. This struggle, combined with her inherent pragmatism, ultimately led her to make a very strategic decision: to move to Los Angeles, actively seeking new avenues and platforms to acquire those much-needed television credits, even if it meant adjusting her initial vision slightly.
So, New York City, despite its vibrant theater scene, wasn't quite the launchpad she had hoped for in her scripted acting career. The strategic move to Los Angeles became the next chapter. Makes sense. She was still aiming for those television credits she felt were missing from her resume, and as fate would have it, she ended up working at Lisa Vanderpump's now iconic restaurants, SUR and Villa Blanca. This, of course, became the unexpected catalyst that led to her joining the massively popular reality television series Vanderpump Rules in 2013. It's quite a twist, from Broadway aspirations to reality TV, isn't it?
It's a fascinating and, rather ironic twist, actually, when you consider her original, very specific goal of gaining legitimate television credits. That aspiration, born from her struggles in New York, intersected directly with the burgeoning and sometimes controversial world of reality television. She would go on to appear on Vanderpump Rules for an impressive 11 seasons, becoming a central figure in the drama that chronicled the lives of the restaurant staff. While it might not have been the traditional scripted acting career she initially envisioned, this series ultimately became an enormous, albeit unconventional, platform. It provided the very television credits she sought, but in a format that was radically different from her theater background. This is a compelling example of how one path, even if circuitous and unexpected, can eventually lead to another, and how sometimes the platform you gain, even if it's not in the precise format you first imagined, can still be leveraged powerfully for your original long-term goals. It speaks to adaptability and recognizing opportunity in unexpected places.
Right. And beyond the all-consuming world of Vanderpump Rules, which was certainly a huge part of her life, she didn't entirely abandon her acting ambitions. That's important. Our sources note she continued to pursue guest roles in scripted TV series like Fox's Sitcom Dads and FX's Anger Management. She also appeared in films like Working It Out in 2010, Killer Eye, Halloween Haunt in 2011, and Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader in 2012. So even while entrenched in reality TV, she was consistently working on her acting craft, showing a real dedication to that original dream.
Exactly. This consistently demonstrates that the performer's heart and the initial acting aspirations were always there, actively pushing her towards scripted roles, even as her reality TV star was rising. It's not just about her appearing in these, it's about the underlying motivation to diversify her portfolio and keep one foot firmly planted in the world of traditional acting. In 2019, she took another interesting and quite telling step, co-authoring Fancy AF Cocktails, drink recipes from a couple of professional drinkers with her then-partner, Tom Sandoval. This wasn't merely a fun project, it distinctly marked her initial significant foray into business ventures, leveraging her growing public profile beyond just television appearances. What we see here is an early astute understanding of multi-platform branding, how to capitalize on her identity as a professional drinker, cultivated on the show, and translate it into tangible, marketable products. It shows a strategic mind at work, even then, thinking beyond the immediate screen time.
Then came March 2023. That month, her life and her public image changed utterly and irrevocably. Her partner of almost 10 years, Tom Sandoval, was caught having a months-long affair with her best friend and Vanderpump Rules co-star Raquel Leviss. This event, instantly dubbed Scandoval by a ravenous media and millions of fans alike, became a massive, truly unprecedented media phenomenon that transcended typical reality TV drama. It was everywhere.
The scale and reach of the media attention around Scandoval were truly extraordinary. I mean, really something else. Lisa Vanderpump herself, who has an intimate understanding of media cycles and public sentiment, commented that he had the whole world against him. She cited this affair being discussed at incredibly high-profile events, from the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which is, a gathering of the nation's top journalists and political figures, to the much more unexpected setting of Adele concerts. Adele. This raises a crucial question that, for me, is absolutely at the heart of why this story matters. Why did this particular reality TV drama resonate so deeply with the public? It wasn't just another breakup or a typical celebrity scandal. It tapped into profound, universal human experiences. Betrayal by a partner, betrayal by a friend, the deep emotional violation of trust. It transformed Ariana from a reality TV personality into an incredibly relatable and sympathetic figure for millions of people worldwide who felt her pain and rallied in her defense. This collective outpouring of support created a unique social phenomenon, giving her a platform far beyond what Vanderpump Rules alone could have provided. It was like a perfect storm of dramatic irony, relatable human drama, and the power of social media amplifying every single detail.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch. And instead of doing what many might have expected or even advised retreating from the public eye to process such a personal and painful event, Ariana stepped into the spotlight. And she did it with remarkable poise and strategic intent. She made high-profile appearances on shows like The Today Show, the immensely popular Call Her Daddy podcast, was featured prominently in the New York Times, and graced the coveted cover of Glamour in June 2023. She successfully parlayed this sudden, intense media fame into a dizzying array of numerous new business endeavors. How did she manage such a swift and effective pivot? It seemed almost immediate.
This period demonstrates truly remarkable strategic acumen and an incredible ability to navigate a profound personal crisis under what felt like a global microscope. It really does. She didn't just passively react to the circumstances, she actively engaged with the media and consciously took control of her narrative rather than letting others define it for her. This is a critical difference, I think. We saw her secure a significant number of sponsored online content partnerships with major mainstream brands. We're talking about household names like Bic, Uber One, Fernanda Cosmetics, Lay's, Bloomingdale's, SoFi, Duracell, T-Mobile, and Nutrafol. The list goes on. This isn't just about passively capitalizing on newfound fame. It's about a very conscious, calculated decision to shape her financial future and public perception. As Variety aptly put it, she effectively turned an unwanted and deeply painful public exposure into incalculable brand deals. The speed and diversity of these partnerships highlight a sophisticated understanding of brand building and monetization, turning personal adversity into professional opportunity on an unprecedented scale. It's a masterclass, genuinely, in strategic PR and leveraging a moment of vulnerability into a moment of incredible professional power.
Absolutely. And one of the most iconic and visually memorable moments from this entire period was her appearance at the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 reunion. That dress. She arrived in a striking red cutout Monut dress, which immediately received massive media coverage and was instantly famously dubbed the revenge dress. It sparked conversations across the fashion and entertainment industries for weeks and was even explicitly compared to Princess Diana's own iconic revenge dress from the 90s. Beyond just looking good, what was the deeper significance of that fashion choice?
The revenge dress is a phenomenal example of fashion as a powerful tool for communication and self-expression, far beyond mere aesthetics. It really is. Her stylist, Emily Mann, explicitly highlighted how Ariana began serving standout looks after the scandal, indicating a deliberate and conscious shift in her public presentation. This wasn't just a dress. It was a carefully constructed symbol. The color red signifies power, passion, and defiance. The cutouts conveyed a sense of unapologetic confidence and a reclaiming of her body and sexuality, which are often targets in public shaming. The comparison to Princess Diana's dress, worn after her separation from Prince Charles, is incredibly apt. Both women used a bold sartorial choice to make a powerful public statement of personal rebound, confidence, and defiance in the face of immense public scrutiny and personal heartbreak. For millions, particularly women, it became an aha moment, illustrating how clothing can be far more than just fabric. It can be a potent declaration of agency, a visual representation of personal empowerment, and a clear message to the world that she was not just surviving, but thriving. It was a reclaiming of her narrative through style, a powerful statement.
A very powerful statement. And just a few short months after the scandal broke and she navigated that initial media storm, in July 2023 came another big announcement. Ariana would compete on season 32 of ABC's Dancing with the Stars. Paired with professional dancer Pasha Pashkov, she went on to finish in an impressive third place. But her sources consistently reveal this was clearly far more than just a competition for her. It was a truly profound personal journey. Can you elaborate on the transformative impact of that experience?
This is truly where the personal and professional trajectories for Ariana intersects in a deeply meaningful, almost therapeutic way. It really felt like that watching it. In her own words, and it's a powerful statement, Dancing with the Stars changed my life. She described the experience as a profound healing process, a way to express herself through movement and dance, allowing her to reconnect with her deeply buried performer and artist side, which, as we discussed, harked back to her childhood dance championships and theater studies. She had spent years on reality TV, often in situations that were dictated by others' narratives. Dancing with the Stars offered her a canvas of self-expression. Through this, she realized, this is who I am, a powerful reclamation of identity. She stopped believing that her creative dreams were just for fun or, pipe dreams. It was a pivotal moment where she not only took ownership of her identity as an artist, but also asserted her agency, saying, I'm going to tell you who I am, you're not going to tell me. This period was absolutely instrumental in her journey of self-acceptance and helped her reclaim a fundamental part of herself she felt she had lost or suppressed under the pressures of reality TV and a tumultuous relationship. It was a very public but deeply personal act of healing and rediscovery.
Building on that incredible momentum and rediscovered passion, in January 2024, Ariana made her highly anticipated Broadway debut as Roxy Hart in the iconic musical Chicago. This was not just another role. She called it her biggest dream come true, a lifelong goal realized. She was initially slated to play the role for 8 weeks, but due to overwhelming popular demand, her run was extended with a second engagement from August to September 2024. That's an extraordinary dedication to a childhood dream finally coming to fruition, isn't it? Really full circle.
It's absolutely extraordinary, and what makes it even more impactful is the immediate and undeniable effect she had. The numbers speak for themselves. Her debut week saw Chicago achieve its highest-grossing non-holiday performance week in the show's remarkable 27-year history, pulling in over $939,000 for that single week alone. That's huge. This isn't just a fluke. It unequivocally demonstrates the immense draw of her public profile, powerfully combined with her undeniable talent, stage presence, and, crucially, her ability to deliver a compelling live performance night after night. Critics were effusive in their praise, lauding her killer performance and magnetic stage presence, with Refinery 29 even bestowing a rare 5 stars rating. That's significant praise. This isn't just a testament to her celebrity. It's a powerful illustration of her ability to translate reality TV fame into legitimate artistic success, proving those early theater studies and deep-seated aspirations paid off in a huge, validating way. For many, it's not just a comeback. It's a profound, full-circle realization of a lifelong ambition, showing the world that her artistic roots were always authentic and deeply ingrained. It challenged the often-held skepticism about reality stars, crossing over into serious theatrical roles. She proved them wrong.
She certainly did, and her career pivot didn't stop there. It continued with another very significant move, replacing Sarah Hyland as the permanent host for the 6th season of Love Island USA in May 2024. She had already made guest appearances on Love Island Season 5 and Love Island Games, so this feels like a very natural and strategic evolution for someone with her background in reality television. What does this role signify for her evolving public persona?
This move absolutely solidifies her transition from being a reality TV subject, someone whose life is documented, often edited, and sometimes at the mercy of a predetermined narrative, to becoming a reality TV authority. That's a key shift. She's now actively controlling the narrative, guiding the storylines, and setting the tone as a host. This represents a significant and deliberate power shift in her career, moving from being observed to being the observer, from being vulnerable to being in control. Furthermore, in October 2024, Variety announced she would have a guest role in the 3rd season of ABC's police procedural Will Trent, playing a fictionalized version of herself. This highlights a fascinating blend of her established reality persona with scripted acting, showcasing her versatility and an ability to play both within and outside her established public image. It's a very modern approach to celebrity, leveraging her personal brand in a narrative context. She was also a host at Live from Miami After Party in September 2024, continuing her expansion into broader entertainment and demonstrating her growing comfort and capability in high-stakes live television environments. These varied roles paint a picture of a truly multi-hyphenate talent.
Definitely. And beyond the widespread adoration from her massive fan base, the entertainment industry itself truly took significant notice of Ariana's remarkable resurgence and transformation. You could really feel that shift. In 2023, she was ranked #1 on Us Weekly's prestigious Top 10 Reality Stars of the Year, and notably included in Variety's 40 Most Powerful Women on Reality TV. People magazine also listed her among their 25 Most Intriguing People of the Year. These are serious industry nods.
These accolades are incredibly significant, because they are not just about fleeting popularity or a momentary surge in fame. They signify a genuine, tangible recognition of her influence and her profound ability to shape public conversation. Being ranked #1 by Us Weekly among her peers, and especially making Variety's list of most powerful women on reality TV, indicates that industry insiders recognize her as a force, a real player. Winning the People's Choice Award for the Competition Contestant of the Year for Dancing with the Stars in 2024 further cements her place, not just as a beloved public figure, but as someone who has not only bounced back from significant adversity, but has truly excelled across incredibly diverse entertainment formats. From competitive dance to Broadway to hosting, it firmly establishes that she's no longer just a reality star. She's now a respected, powerful, and influential figure in the broader entertainment landscape, capable of commanding attention and delivering results. This is a complete redefinition of her professional identity.
It really is. And Ariana's entrepreneurial spirit truly shines through in her rapidly expanding business ventures as well. After co-authoring Fancy AF Cocktails back in 2019, she brilliantly released her solo cocktail book, Single AF Cocktails, in December 2023, which very quickly became a New York Times bestseller. The title alone tells a pretty clear story about her personal journey and brand, doesn't it? It's almost a statement in itself.
It absolutely does, and it's a prime example of incredibly sharp business acumen, particularly given its release directly in the wake of her very public breakup. It was timed perfectly. The title, Single AF Cocktails, perfectly reflects, leverages, and even reclaims her new public persona, transforming a painful personal experience into a highly marketable and exceptionally successful product. It's a masterclass in turning vulnerability into a brand asset. Beyond books, her entrepreneurial endeavors are wonderfully diversified. She launched a holiday lip kit with Frankie Rose Cosmetics back in 2017, demonstrating an early understanding of beauty collaborations. Then, in July 2023, she had a significant lipstick collaboration with Lip Lab, a collection explicitly inspired by her life and ideals, showing a deep personal connection to the product. Most recently, in April 2024, she unveiled an exclusive shoe collection with Designer Shoe Warehouse, DSW, showcasing her favorite styles. These ventures aren't random. They strategically create a diversified portfolio, extending her brand far beyond just television appearances and into lifestyle and fashion. Each product line feels authentic to her evolving image, creating a cohesive brand universe that her loyal fan base can engage with.
Totally. And speaking of brand extensions that resonate deeply with her fan base, in 2022, she announced plans with her Vanderpump Rules co-star Katie Maloney to open a sandwich shop and wine bar called Something About Her. After facing numerous well-documented setbacks and delays, it finally officially opened its doors on May 22, 2024, to absolutely massive public demand, with queues lasting up to 3 hours on opening day. That's a significant show of public and fan support, especially for a brick-and-mortar business, which is notoriously challenging.
This venture, Something About Her, truly highlights the immense power of brand extensions when they are coupled with genuine, passionate fan engagement. The support was palpable. The incredibly long queues, the initial buzz, and the overwhelmingly positive reviews upon opening indicate that her fan base is not merely engaged with her on screen. They are incredibly loyal, invested in her success, and willing to actively support her business endeavors in a very tangible way. It's a powerful testament to the strong, almost personal connection she has forged with her audience, translating celebrity into tangible economic support. What's particularly innovative is the collaboration with Lay's Chips for an exclusive grilled cheese and tomato soup flavor, launched in November 2023. Now, that was clever. This shows incredibly clever marketing and cross-promotional strategies, effectively turning what started as a local business idea for a sandwich shop into a national conversation starter and a widely accessible product. It brilliantly ties into the nostalgic, comforting image the brand aims to project, further amplifying its reach and cultural relevance even before the shop physically opened its doors. It's a brilliant example of modern entrepreneurial strategy.
It really is smart marketing. Now, our sources also reveal a more vulnerable and incredibly human side to Ariana that often goes unseen behind the public persona. In 2018, she bravely underwent surgery to remove a tumor after a skin cancer diagnosis and subsequently became an ambassador for the Skin Cancer Foundation, using her significant platform to raise crucial awareness. That's a truly powerful and admirable way to use her public voice, moving beyond just entertainment.
This demonstrates a profound commitment to leveraging her public image for a cause far beyond mere entertainment, effectively turning a deeply personal health challenge into an opportunity to educate and help others. It's really commendable. Her advocacy isn't just a PR move. It shows a deep willingness to share personal struggles to encourage early detection, demystify the disease, and provide support to those who might be facing similar battles. Furthermore, in February 2022, she candidly revealed that she had struggled with an eating disorder when she initially joined Vanderpump Rules, but she has since recovered. This level of honesty, especially in an industry so focused on image, resonates incredibly deeply with her audience, fostering a powerful sense of connection and providing a profound aha moment about the unseen battles and immense pressures public figures often face. It offers crucial context for her later reflections on self-acceptance, body image, and the absolute paramount importance of prioritizing her mental and physical well-being. These personal revelations humanize her journey and make her resilience even more compelling.
Definitely adds another layer. And in a revealing 2023 interview, Ariana shared three very specific, major personal goals she held: owning a home, being on Broadway, and hosting a dating show. What's truly remarkable and speaks volumes about her focus and drive is that she accomplished all three of these by March 2024. All three. That must be incredibly validating after years of consistent hard work and perhaps facing skepticism along the way.
It absolutely illustrates a powerful and rare alignment of clear intention and meticulous execution, showcasing a deep commitment to personal growth and achieving long-term aspirations that she held even before her massive public shift. She wasn't just reacting to circumstances, she was actively manifesting her future. Her statement from that period is very telling. "I feel at almost 40 like my true self, and it feels really good to be able to be in a position where I'm able to do what I love and make a living doing it." This raises an incredibly important question for all of us, I think, not just public figures. What does it truly mean to finally feel like your true self, especially after years in the public eye, navigating external expectations, often brutal criticism, and intense personal struggles? It intimately connects to her journey of overcoming deep-seated self-doubt and the constant internal dialogue she described, where she often felt she wasn't enough or that her dreams were somehow frivolous. Achieving these goals wasn't just about career milestones. It was about internal validation and finding genuine self-acceptance.
That makes so much sense. While her decade-long relationship with Tom Sandoval ended so publicly and dramatically in the scandal, she has since moved forward. She is now dating New York City-based fitness coach Daniel Y, maintaining a long-distance relationship. And, notably, she openly came out as bisexual back in 2020. These are significant, very personal aspects of her story that speak to her evolving identity.
These personal details are absolutely integral to understanding her broader journey of self-acceptance, courage, and authenticity. They paint a picture of someone who, despite public scrutiny, is actively building a life aligned with her true self. In a very recent and pivotal interview, she openly stated, with conviction, that she was never going to go back to Vanderpump Rules, citing her mental health as the primary and non-negotiable reason. She articulated that returning to that environment would mean going backwards on all the intensive mental and emotional work she had done to heal and grow. This is a profound insight into the very real personal cost of reality TV, where personal life becomes public content, and it underscores the critical importance of protecting one's well-being over perceived career obligations or financial incentives that no longer serve you. It's a powerful declaration that she is unequivocally in charge of her own destiny, and her decision is a testament to prioritizing her inner peace and hard-won progress over external pressures. Good for her.
Absolutely. And Ariana has also reflected quite candidly on her personal style, describing it as having been all over the place previously. But now she feels much more confident and intentional. She even feels like it's like costumes in a way where she can channel different characters, which is a stark contrast to how she felt about fashion and her body previously.
Her candor on this point is incredibly impactful. She openly shared that for many years, she was regularly told of all the things that were wrong with my body. That's just awful. This heartbreaking admission directly connects to her past eating disorder struggles and the deep-seated insecurities that many public figures and indeed countless individuals battle in a society obsessed with idealized body images. This external criticism and internal struggle led her to be afraid to go too far with fashion, fearing judgment and further negative comments. But now, after her journey of self-acceptance and healing, she boldly declares, and I quote, "I don't give a if it's flattering anymore." I mean, wow, this is a profoundly liberating statement, emphasizing confidence, personal enjoyment, and self-expression over external validation or societal pressures. It's a powerful and resonant message for our listeners about self-love, breaking free from past conditioning, and embracing your own unique expression, style, and body image, regardless of what others might deem flattering or acceptable. It's a true declaration of personal freedom.
It really is. To sum up this incredible journey and give us a true sense of the behind-the-scenes effort, Ariana also offered a powerful analogy for her entire trajectory, the duck on the water. I love this. She said she might appear calm and serene on the surface, but underneath, she's been paddling furiously, relentlessly. She revealed she's had the same manager since before Vanderpump Rules, and together they've been working our butts off for almost 15 years. That's a staggering amount of unseen, consistent effort, isn't it? 15 years.
That analogy, the duck on the water, beautifully encapsulates the often invisible labor, the relentless dedication, and the strategic planning that underpin what might appear to be overnight public success. It's so true for so many. It highlights unequivocally that her recent surge in opportunities and her profound personal and professional transformation was, in fact, the culmination of nearly 2 decades of consistent, often unglamorous effort and meticulous preparation. She wasn't just lucky. She was profoundly ready to nail it when those opportunities finally arose, because she had been diligently honing her craft, building her foundation, and networking for such a long time. It speaks to the power of delayed gratification and persistent pursuit of one's goals. Lisa Vanderpump's perspective also thoughtfully supports Ariana's inherent resilience, noting that fans would be genuinely glad to see her bounce back from her lowest point. This validates the public's understanding of the depth of her struggle and the admirable strength of her recovery, recognizing that the scandal was a catalyst, but her readiness to capitalize on it was years in the making.
Yeah, the groundwork was definitely laid. When asked about her outlook for the next 10 years, looking ahead to when she'll be almost 50, Ariana kept her response remarkably simple and yet incredibly profound, cutting through all the usual glitz and glam of celebrity life.
Her response was indeed disarmingly simple, and that's precisely what makes it so impactful. She expressed a hope for happy and healthy and, crucially, pure contentment. Simple but profound. She acknowledges, with a mature and grounded perspective, that at almost 50, health is paramount above all else. This emphasizes a significant shift in her priorities, moving beyond external achievements, career milestones, or public adoration to prioritize inner peace and fundamental well-being. It's a powerful final thought on her personal journey, that true, lasting success isn't ultimately defined by fame or fortune, but by health, happiness, and a deep sense of inner peace. It's a sentiment that resonates universally, regardless of one's public profile.
So true. Now, our source material highlights Ariana as one of many reality stars who successfully transition into acting or hosting roles, or even entirely new career paths. It's happened before. We see fantastic examples like Jamie Chung, who moved from the real world to a successful acting career in shows like Once Upon a Time. Jennifer Hudson went from American Idol contestant to achieving EJOT status. That's the Grand Slam of Entertainment Awards. An Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Huge. And Julianne Hough transitioned from a Dancing with the Stars pro to a Broadway star. So while impressive, it's not a completely unprecedented path in the entertainment industry.
You're absolutely right that the concept of a reality star transitioning isn't entirely new. We have seen it. However, what's genuinely fascinating here is to consider how Ariana's path distinctly differs, particularly given the highly public, incredibly dramatic, and rather painful nature of her Scandival catalyst. Unlike some who transition more gradually or from competition shows like American Idol, where performance was always the core expectation, Ariana's pivot was born directly from a profound personal crisis that became a global spectacle. She masterfully channeled that crisis, not just into new opportunities, but into significant career growth that deeply aligned with her foundational aspirations. Her specific focus on theater, which was her original college major and a long-held, almost deferred dream, makes her return to Broadway particularly poignant. It's not just a career transition. It's a deeply personal, full-circle moment that profoundly validated her earliest artistic ambitions. This makes her journey unique in its intensity, the public nature of its catalyst, and the incredibly strategic way she harnessed a negative event into something so profoundly positive and aligned with her true self. She didn't just adapt, she ascended.
That's a great way to put it. Lisa Vanderpump, who knows the landscape of reality TV intimately, both as a showrunner and a longtime star herself, offered her perspective on Ariana's public journey and even the future of Vanderpump Rules. She expressed that she understood why Ariana might feel viewers could potentially turn on her, but ultimately Lisa felt fans would be genuinely happy to see her bounce back, recognizing the depth of her struggle.
Lisa's comments are incredibly insightful because they provide crucial context on the ecosystem from which Ariana emerged and ultimately chose to depart. Her perspective is valuable here. Her suggestion that Vanderpump Rules needed to shake up the cast and bring it back to the restaurant implies a recognition, from an executive producer standpoint, that the OG cast stories, particularly after the intensity and emotional exhaustion of Scandival, had perhaps run their natural course. This sentiment aligns perfectly with Ariana's own feelings that her mental health and personal growth would significantly suffer if she were to return to that specific environment. It underscores the inherent challenges of maintaining authenticity, relevance, and narrative freshness in long-running reality series. It's hard to keep it going. It also illustrates the differing paths former cast members choose when their personal narratives evolve and diverge significantly from the show's format or its capacity to serve their well-being. Ariana chose her health and her personal dreams over what might have been a comfortable but ultimately unfulfilling return.
So what does this all mean for you, our curious listener, as you reflect on Ariana Madix's extraordinary journey? Her story is a powerful, undeniable testament to resilience, to strategic reinvention, and, perhaps most profoundly, to finding and fully embracing your true self, even when the entire world is watching your most challenging, vulnerable, and deeply personal moments unfold.
It absolutely shows us that perceived setbacks, no matter how public, how painful, or how humiliating, can indeed be powerful springboards for incredible personal and professional growth. It really can.
Yeah.
It highlights that authenticity, when genuinely combined with relentless hard work, astute strategic thinking, and a crystal clear vision for one's future, can lead to truly remarkable breakthroughs. Whether that means achieving a long-held dream on Broadway, hosting a major national show, launching successful businesses that align with your brand, or simply feeling more confident, at peace, and genuinely at home in your own skin. Her story offers invaluable, actionable lessons on leveraging one's personal narrative, controlling your own destiny, and, above all else, prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being above external pressures.
Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. In a world where public figures are often narrowly defined by their lowest, most public moments, Ariana Madix made a conscious, courageous choice to define herself instead by her highest aspirations, her deepest held dreams, and a relentless, unwavering pursuit of her true self. So we have to ask you, our listener, what dream have you perhaps put on hold thinking it was just for fun or merely a fantasy that you could choose to nail and manifest in your own life today? Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope it sparks some truly impactful aha moments and perhaps a little inspiration for you. We'll see you next time.